Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's night's Hatha yoga session. We're going to just start by standing up, bringing ourselves into mountain. You can have your hands down by your side, you can have them in prayer, you can have them in back prayer if you want. Anywhere you want to, as long as you're standing up nice and straight. Now we're lifting our toes, we're engaging our thighs inside and outside, but we are trying to make sure that we're pulling in our pelvic floor, but we don't want to pull in our abdominals. We want them relaxed so that we can breathe out and breathe into them, so that we can feel it moving in and out. With our breathing today, we're going to breathe in the nose, and start with breath out, and then you're going to breathe into the nose and try and fill the bottom of the stomach all the way around, building it all up through the 3 chambers, and then as you breathe out, you're going to push it all the way down, pulling that stomach in, trying to force the last bit of air out. Okay? So we're taking our arms by our side. In fact, we'll move with it. So as we're breathing in, we can lift our arms up, stretch as much as we can, and as we breathe out, imagine pushing the air out of the lungs. You may even want to go in and pull to try and get out as much air as you can. Your arms don't have to go too high. You can work with the breath. Brought our hands down. We're going to breathe in. ourselves back to straight. Lovely. Yeah. So, we're going to stretch our neck, bringing the chin down towards the chest, and then we're going to bring it back, breathing in. So, backwards and forwards, using the breath. Do one more and bringing it back to centre. So we're going to tick-tock our head, so we're bringing our ear over to the side and then over to the other side. Bringing it back to centre. So we're going to do the same. We're going to turn and look over the shoulder and then to the other side. Trying to keep the chin parallel to the floor. And then bringing it back to centre. So we're going to do our forward backward bend. We're going to breathe in, lift up, reach back. And as we breathe out, bend the knees, let the hands come up, breathe in, reaching back. Here we go. Breathe out, breathe in. One more. And bring the arms back down. So we're going to take it into a bit of a lat stretch. We're bringing our hands together, turning them out and bringing them up. We're going to go over to the side, then turn and bring it down in a circle. Try and turn so that we're coming up the other side. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. So over to the side, taking it down, twisting, bringing it up. And then as long as we've gone even, bring the arms down. Make sure that you've got enough room that you're not going to hit anything. And we're going to head led. We're turning, looking over the shoulders. Now remember, if you find that you're dizzy, just hold it. Don't turn the head, don't swing out of it. And then bring the head back to centre. Let the body slow down. We're going to take it into an ITB stretch. Yeah, we'll do that for a cat and cow. So you're going to bring your one foot in front of the other foot and place it flat down. So it doesn't matter which foot you're going to change. You're keeping the back nice and straight. You're breathing out, walking your hands down your leg. They can either go to the floor, they can go to a block, they can stay where they are. It doesn't matter. Look. You'll feel the stretch through that front leg. Down through the side, through the hip. Then we're going to walk our hands back up. We're going to move that leg from the front. And then we'll change sides. So bring the foot in front. Hands on the leg, walk the hands down. And change that. And let's walk it back up. And we're going to change legs. So stepping the foot across. Oh, I did that the wrong way. Walk the hands down. Let's walk it back up. And change sides. Hands back up. Lovely. Taking the legs out. So we're going to take it into a standing cat and cow. Just change that along. Now you can have your hands going forward, little finger at the bottom, you're pushing out. As you go back, you can just pull your hands and shoulders back, or you can keep your hands here. If you want, you can bring your fingers so that they're coming together into that mudra, bringing the hands backwards and pulling back, and this works with the muscles and the ligaments that run through the shoulders. So it's up to you which way you do it. I prefer it that way. So we're going to take our feet slightly wide, turn our toes out, make sure that our knees are nice and flexible. We're starting with probably your right little finger at the bottom, tilting the pelvis under, tucking the shoulders in, pushing forward, breathing out. As you breathe in, turn the fingers, tilt the pelvis back, pull the shoulder blades towards each other. Breathing out, changing position. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And our last one. Breathing out. And bring it down. So your toes should be pointing out. I'm going to get you, let me just drop this down. Come into the feet. So if your toes are out this way, I want you to take your heels out to meet them. We're going to take it into Riche pose. So you're going to have your arms in line with your shoulder. As you breathe out, you're bringing the right hand down to the left leg. Left hand over to right leg. Breathing out, pulling yourself in, rolling all the way back up, and then we'll take it to the other side. Okay? So here we go. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out, move across. Every time you're moving, that's on a breath out. Except as we're rolling up, it's a breath in. Let's change sides. One more on each side. Last one. And then we're going to jump our feet together. Lovely. So we're taking it up onto our tiptoes, and we're going to do a palm stretch. So we're pushing our palms backwards at the same time as lifting our toes up. You can bring your feet together, or you can have them slightly apart, which as long as it's in line with your hips, whichever you prefer. Find a spot, turn the hands, push them back, come up onto your tiptoes. And then bring it back down. So let's try that one more time. Pushing the hands back, up onto the tiptoes. And bring it back down. Give your feet a little shake. So we're going to bring it into our sun salutation. Bring ourselves firstly into mountain pose. Think about what you want. Remember, it's all about you today, nobody else. So we're breathing in, lifting our arms and reaching back. Breathing out. If we need to, we bend the knees to bring the hands down to the floor. Let the head drop forward. Breathe in, straighten the legs, pull the shoulders back, push the chest to the floor, tuck the chin in. Take the hands down, step back with the right foot. If you need to, you can drop that knee, push the hips forward, lift the arms up if you want. Take the hands down, step back to down dog. Walk the heels if you need to. Come up onto the tiptoes, roll forward. If you need to, bring them knees down, shoulders back, elbows forward, bring the chest down, lift up to cobra or up to sphinx or cobra. Bring yourself down, push back. If you need to, go to your knees, come up to down dog. Lift the left foot up in the air, pull it in towards your chest, step it forward. Again, if you want to, you can drop that knee or you can lift up from here. Hands down, step in, bend the knees, stretch the arms, lift up. Breathe out, take it forward. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step back. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, step back to down dog. Breathe in, come up onto the tiptoes, and breathe out, come forward to plank. Breathe in, lift up, and breathe out, step back. Lift the right leg up, push the left foot down, look forward, pull the knee to the chest, step it forward. Lift up if you can. Take the hands down, step in. Bend the knees, breathe in, lift, reach back. Bring the hands down into prayer. Breathe out. Lovely. So, we're going to move between warrior 1, warrior 2, reverse warrior, warrior 3, and back to the centre. Okay? I'll turn it round the other way. Now your hands can stay down or they can lift up. It's completely up to you. Let's move that back. So, we're taking our feet nice and wide. Oh, sorry, no. In fact, take no notice of what I'm saying there. We're going to start at the front of our mat. I'll just get my hair out of the way. So we're starting at the front of our mat. You can have your hands on your hips to start off. We're going to lift our left foot up and we're stepping it back, placing the foot flat down on the floor, keeping the hips facing forward. Bend that front knee in, pull them shoulders back, look up to a warrior 1. From here, we're turning the hips. We might have to turn that foot out a little bit. And we're pushing into that front knee. Now we can lift the arm and we can push out. We can take the other arm out if we want. We can keep these down on our hips if our arms, it doesn't really want to go there. From here, we're dropping the backhand down. We're lifting the top arm up and we're going into a reverse warrior. We're bringing the hands back into warrior 2. We're taking our hands round. We're coming up onto our tiptoe at the back. We're pushing into that front knee, reaching forward. And if we can, we straighten the front leg, lift off into warrior 3. And then we're bringing ourselves back up. Take the hands back down. So let's try the other side. I'm going to drop it so that you can see the feet rather than my hands. You know what my hands are doing now. So we'll start with our hands in prayer. We move our weight over towards our left. We're lifting our left foot up. Our right foot up, sorry. We're stepping back. We can lift our arms above our head. We can keep them down by our hips. We're pushing forward. That foot's flat on the floor. We're taking the hands down. We're turning the body round. You might want to adjust that back leg. We're pushing to the front knee. We're keeping the body even. We're lifting our chin up. We're going to drop that back hand. We're going to lift that front hand. We're bringing ourselves back to that warrior two. We're bringing our arms round, turning that foot at the back, leaning forward over that front leg. And when we feel we're confident enough, we can lift and push up. And then bringing it back up. Bring the hands down to prayer. Let's try one more of those. So, moving our weight over. Lifting up. Stepping the foot back. Push to that front knee. Lift the arms up into warrior one. If the hands have to come apart, that's fine. If you feel that you're squashing your neck together, pull the shoulders back, push into the front knee, push the back knee backwards. Drop the arms, turn the body round. Thumbs up, push into that front knee. Look over the front hand, lift the chin up. Drop the back hand, lift the front arm. Bring the arm up, reverse the body, push over the front knee, lift to warrior three. And bring it back up, bring the hands down. Let's move it over. Step back. Lift the arms, warrior one. Let's take it to warrior two. Let's reverse warrior. And bringing it round to warrior three. And bringing it back up. Hands down into prayer. Lovely. So we're going to take it into chair before we go down. Now with chair, we're keeping, again, our knees in line with each other. We don't want our knees to go out. We don't want our knees to come closer together. We want to keep our back in a nice straight line. We don't want it curling at this point, and we don't want to overly turn it so that it's too much here. We want to try and keep as neutral a spine as possible. You can have your hands on your hips, you can have your hands out in line with your shoulders, or you can have your hands above your head. The higher you take your hands, the harder it gets. So we're going to do 2 where we go down and sit down, hold it for about 3 to 4 breaths. And then the third time we're going to take it up onto our tiptoes, which makes it just that little bit more. Okay? So, from here, let's push back, sit back. If you want to, reach the arms up, sit down into an imaginary chair. Imagine someone pulling your bum down, but also somebody pulling your hands up. And then we're going to reach up and reach back slightly. So let's sit down again. And then lifting, reach back. So we're going to sit down again. This time we're going to see if we can come up onto our tiptoes. We're going to stay on our tiptoes and see if we can push up and then bring it down. Lovely. Give your shoulders a shake, give your hips a shake, give your head a shake. Let's bring ourselves down onto the floor. So remember, do it nicely, take it down into a forward bend. You can stay here. You can give yourself a nice little shake if you want. Then you can step or jog back to down dog. Come down to your knees. Roll down to child. And that's just a nicer way of bringing yourself to the floor instead of just going down on the floor. Now let's bring ourselves onto our back. We're going to do some stomach exercise, some stomach work. While we're down here. These leggings are absolutely rubbish. Fall over my bum. Right, so with this we're going to pull that pelvic floor in. So we're going to imagine that we're about to stop ourselves breaking wind. We're going to pull in at the front and we're going to pull our belly in as far as we can. So we're tightening up them pelvic floor muscles. We're squeezing everything in. We're holding that squeeze and we're lifting our feet off the floor. So squeeze everything. You can put your hand on your belly if you want. Now squeezing it in, try and bring the toe and let the toes just touch the floor and then bringing it back up. Squeezing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And relax. Let your belly just go. Just let it come out as much as you want to. So we're going to take it again, pulling it in. We're going to keep one foot down. We're going to lift one foot up and we're going to place our hand on our knee. We're again pulling in our pelvic floor, pulling in our abdominals, and then we're pushing our knee back and pushing forward with our hand. So we're yinging and yanging. So you're squeezing but pulling your stomach muscles. Hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So again, we're going to pull in that stomach, lift up the leg, place our hand on, and we're pushing our leg back, we're pushing our hand forward. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. And again, just let the belly just go. And all the way back out again. So we're bringing our foot up so that we're kind of going into a figure 4 with our foot on the floor. We're turning our shoulders over, turning our palms in. Again, trying to move that foot in as much as you can. Squeeze them stomach muscles in, squeeze that pelvic floor. And now you're going to lift your bum up into a bridge and back down again. And again, we're going to try and do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So squeezing the stomach muscles in, here we go. Lifting up and dropping down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Let's change sides. So foot up, bringing the foot in as much as you can. Squeeze the pelvic floor, and let's lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. And again, bring it down, let the belly just... Lovely. We're going to roll over onto our side. Now with this, you're reaching one hand out, you're having the other hand in front. You're going to push with the hand and you're lifting yourself up and having a look down towards your foot. And then you're sliding down. You can, if you want, as you come up, lift that top leg as well. It'll make it a little bit harder. We're again going to do 10 on this side and then we're going to roll over and do 10 on the other side. So, here we go. Lifting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and relax. So we're going to roll over, I'm going to spin round. So again, we're using that arm at the front to stabilise us, that's us rolling forward. And we're pushing up and lifting the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and our last one, 10. And then we're going to roll over onto our back. Now we're bringing one leg at a 90 degrees. So we're doing a sort of a what's it called? A half a frog. So we've got our leg at 90 degrees. We're going to turn our foot up from here and try and lift our leg off the floor. and then bring it down. So again, we're going to change and bring the other foot. So we're bringing the foot up so it's coming up like a 90 degrees, an angle to our leg. We're turning the foot up and we're lifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. We're going to do the back. So I'm going to spin around. Let Insta consume it. So that was the lower part of the spine. Now we're going to do the upper part. So with this, you're letting the feet drop down. You're going to place your head on your hands. And then you're going to lift your head and your hands off the floor and bring it down again. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, and relax. Now from here I'm going to get you to push back into child. So taking the feet apart, push your bum down, use your fingers to push your body down. If you need to, you can put a block under your head, but if your head touches the floor, then that's fine. But you're pushing with your hands to feel the stretch through the lats muscles, through that lower back, through the stomach. So staying in this kind of position, you're going to lift up, take your left hand, push it underneath the right hand, bring the shoulder down, see if the head will go down, still push back, but let the weight pull. You'll feel it right through that shoulder. And then we're going to change sides. So bringing the hand under, let the head drop. Keep pushing back with that hand. The lovely stretch again. If you've been sitting all day at a workbench or working at a computer, pulls out the shoulders, stretches that upper back, stretches the lower back. We're going to bring ourselves back out and bring ourselves onto our bum. So, if we bring our foot in, we're going to grab hold of our big toe and try and place our foot into cradling lotus. So it can be into our arm here, or it can be into your hand, and you're bringing your other hand around the side. So it's up to you where you can get the foot in. And we're just going to rock the baby. Now this is great for working that lower bum muscle, that side muscle, your knees, your ankles, your feet. It brings strength into the arms as well. So we're bringing it down and we're going to change sides. So again, bringing it up, placing it anywhere it'll go and just rocking out the baby. And let's change side. Let's do this one more time. Now this time we're going to draw a circle with the arm. That's around the knee. The hand by the foot. So drawing a circle with the hand by the foot. I was doing it by my knee and I was thinking that doesn't feel very good. And then we're going to change one last time. So again, drawing a circle. And then bringing it down. So if we take our feet out, so they're nice and wide, pull the toes back, make sure that your pelvis is not tilting under, that you're tilting the pelvis back, even if you have to sit on a block or sit on a pillow or anything like that. We're going to try not to use our hands, we're just going to let our hands come forward and let our body drop forward, but we're going to try and keep our toes from rolling in. We want to keep them out and we want to keep the knees pushing down. So it doesn't matter where you go, you can have your hands down here, they don't have to be wide out, you're just letting your body drop, you're letting gravity do all the work for you. So bring yourself back up. Now see if you can move them legs just a touch more. You never know, they may go. And again, just leaning forward. And then bringing yourself back up. So if we bend the knees and bring our hands in between, we're going to push out and lean forward. We're going to bring our left hand down to our foot and reach our hand up in the air. Our left to right hand, so we're stretching out. Bring our hands down. Bring ourselves back into the start of tortoise. Let's take the right hand down by the foot, lift the left arm up to the ceiling. And bring it down. Again, reach and try and snuggle a bit further forward. And see if you can bring your hands underneath, palms flat down. Using your feet, see if you can move it slightly forward. So I'm not going to go all the way. And then we're walking the feet back. We're sliding the hands from underneath. We're lifting up. So let's try again, stretching out to one side. And bring it down. Stretch out to the other side. And bring it down. See if you can snuggle a bit deeper. Now remember to breathe out with this. And walking the feet in, bringing the hands in. Lovely. Almost. So we're going to bring our feet these together and we're giving ourselves a nice little hug. Let your head drop in, let your arms pull round. And then bringing yourself down onto the floor. Take the arms out. Let the knees go to one side. Turn the head, look in the opposite direction. Bring them back up and change sides. Bring your knees back in. Take the feet apart if you need to. Tuck the spine under. Just lift into bridge. and then roll the back down. Now you can stay here and just bring the knees together, or you can take them out into corpse pose, or you can roll over onto your side if you've got a block so that your shoulders are off the floor, or a cushion, or have a pillow and also put another block underneath your leg so that it keeps your hips nice and straight. And this way your chest and your back can breathe. You can also go over onto your belly so that you're breathing more into your back, which is a great place to breathe into. I'm just going to bring all of these down. So remember to put something on because you will get cold. Doesn't matter how good your central heating is, the minute your body relaxes, it'll start to feel chilly. So find the position that's comfortable for you. Thinking about the breathing that we did at the beginning. So trying to fill the whole of the lungs. Breathing in through the nose, feeling the lungs open and stretch from the bottom all the way up. Thinking about how different it is with lying down to standing up. And just be aware and make sure that you're aware that you're not gripping any muscles, so that the jaw is relaxed, the knees are relaxed. You're not holding or tensing that pelvic floor anymore. You're not holding in your abdominals. Once you're sure, just bring your breathing, your mind back to your breathing. Try to feel each chamber in 3 dimensions. Underneath the arms, in the back. And if your mind starts to wander when thoughts come in, that's okay. That happens all the time. Just notice that your mind is trying to take you off. And just bring yourself back to your breathing. It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 100 times. Will try to stop you from relaxing. It'll make you notice the sounds or the smells in the house. It'll make you think you've got an itch or you're cold. If anything distracts you, that's okay. Acknowledge that distraction. your thoughts back to your breathing. movement through the toes and to the fingers, into the ankles and the wrists, into the knees and the elbows. you're ready, if you're lying on your side, turn yourself onto your back and stretch yourself out. As you breathe out, let your body relax. Big breath in and stretch the arms. And as you breathe out, let it relax. Pull your knees up towards your chest and roll them round in a circle. And then round onto the other side. Roll yourself up onto your side and stay there. Make sure that you feel okay before you sit up. And thank you for joining me.